Hello everyone, and welcome back to more the Somnium Files. So last time we took a fork in the path. Let me actually look at the flowchart. We went back to Iris's psync, and we are going down a different path now to see where we end up. And in this path, Iris and Ota did not die, though Ota was still stabbed and Iris still lost her eye. We talked to some people to get some information. We, I guess, finally confirmed to my suspicion that Mayumi, Ota's mother, has memory issues. The father is not around because he has died. What else did we learn? We learned that Mizuki is just super strong for some reason. I'm not sure if that will be something that's explained or if it's just she's strong. I don't know. But now I think we're going back to headquarters. I hope we get to, like, talk to Iris and Ota sometime soon.
Before we reach HQ, let's summarize our investigation so far.
Okay. Oh, well, we're gonna... This will probably be a summary of what I already learned. Let's do about So, because I didn't even mention him.
There is only circumstantial evidence linking So Sejima to the new Cyclops serial killings.
I agree, but there has to be more to it. The Kumakuras had connections to both victims. So has a connection to the Kumakuras. There's a common link there. They have to be involved somehow. So also might have connections to Iris. Because
So appeared in Iris's Somnium?
Yeah, with one of the victims' bodies attached to his head. that was weird. I don't know what that was. More about So?
I am more interested in the hired guns that So uses as bodyguards. I did some research and discovered that Mr. Sejima hires substantial security.
True. It was also noted that the cameras, like the security cameras in his place, were off. I don't know if that's intentional on his end or if someone else has turned them off for maybe a future hit on him.
If all of his security staff are this heavily armed, Yakuza gangs pale in comparison.
And I say that knowing that in a different timeline or whatever, we saw Boss shoot him.
Is So trying to start trouble?
Unknown, but there is definitely more than he is letting on.
Okay, about Mayumi.
Mayumi is suffering from dementia. If Mayumi followed Ota and Iris, it is highly likely that she saw the person in the polar bear costume. But
She might not remember.
I still want to know what the heck Iris did when... Because Mayumi, like, confronted her when she was there. And then Iris, like, stepped up, raised her hand out of our vision. And that was it. Like, I don't know what she did to Mayumi.
correct.
About Mizuki.
Mizuki did not have any new information about Okiura Fishery.
Except that her grandfather was raised by dolphins. I think that's pretty important. We should make note of that.
Currently, it seems there is nothing linking that company to Renju.
Still, something's not right.
I'm exhausted.
Likely because you haven't had a good night's sleep.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been this busy.
If my body were made of flesh, I would offer my lap as a pillow.
What? You can't say something like that out of the blue. Now it's awkward.
When your eyeball offers its lap as a cushion. Any other information?
There is an important piece of news.
What is it?
The Odoroki Man chocolate found at the warehouse.
Right, I forgot about that actually.
Fingerprints were found on it.
Whose?
Mayumi Matsushida's.
Okay. I mean, I kind of made the connection between the chocolate and Ota because it says that Ota likes chocolate on his profile.
What?
So she was there.
Mayumi bought the chocolate at the convenience store 812 on Koshu.
Well, assumedly she was there. I was gonna say maybe she could have given it to Ota, but then his prints should also be on
This
it.
was captured on security footage.
Was that...
812 stores are commonly called 8s.
Did she buy it last night?
8 is not far from the Famisto where Ota stole the station wagon.
Hold on a second. I'm having trouble keeping the facts straight.
Allow me to summarize.
Okay.
Please.
The chocolate was purchased yesterday at 10:33 p.m.
That's weird.
That's the same time Ota stole that car.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
What conclusions can we draw from that?
Unknown.
I wonder if they saw each other there? That's weird.
All that is known for certain is that Mayumi bought the chocolate at an 8 store last night. And that same chocolate somehow ended up in the warehouse.
Did she go there and drop it?
It is possible.
Well...
Weird.
Sorry to interrupt your brainstorming, but there's a call from the boss.
Connect me.
Date, did you hear that Iris's operation is over?
Yeah, I heard about it at the hospital. She made it, right?
Yes, but she's still unconscious. She's currently in the ICU. No visitors allowed.
All right.
Ota, however, seems like he can talk now.
Yes, let's go talk
Is
to
out of
him.
treatment?
Yeah, he's in a general ward now.
Got it. I'll head over.
I'll meet you there.
No, you don't have to come. You can stay away. I don't need you around. Central Hospital.
How are you feeling, Ota?
You know, surprisingly, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm still under anesthesia, so I don't have any pain.
All right, that's good.
Ota, I'm sorry to put this on you right after your surgery, but can you talk to us for a minute?
Boss got right to business after introducing herself. I don't know why, but Ota seemed almost happy to answer. Maybe it was the drugs, maybe it was the high from surviving a life or death situation. It's probably the drugs, to be honest. Or maybe it was because he saved Iris.
Yeah, sure.
Well, let's look around.
Is it a bedside table when you move it away from the bed?
Well, that's just a dresser drawer.
I suppose
drawer
then
dresser.
it's just a table.
No, that's not a table. I'm not even sure I would call this a bedside table. It looks like a wooden filing cabinet. An LCD
Hey,
TV.
Date, when are you planning on leaving?
When am I planning on leaving?
The good stuff is gonna come on soon.
You're not watching that tonight.
What? There's an LCD TV on top of the bedside table. Bedside table on the bedside. Is that what that said? Oh, curtain. Curtain used as a divider. Patient monitor. Equipment used for monitoring vital signs. It measures heart rate, blood pressure, and body temperature on the monitor. Bed.
Hey, Date, I don't think I can sleep by myself tonight.
Good luck with
Will
that.
you sleep with me?
Why me?
Oh, then that old woman over there is fine.
Old woman?
Bed. Cupboard. Oh, I thought that was like the door to get in here, but I guess it's a cupboard. Window. I kind of wish that they didn't give you the option to click on things that just say what it is. Like, this is a window, obviously. I wish they just showed you the things that'll give you extra dialogue around chair. Wait, do you have anything to say? Yeah, why'd you come here?
I'm kind of interested in Ota.
In me?
You protected the woman you love. That's not easy to do. I wanted to meet the brave little hero.
Hero?
Little? I'm 24.
But you are pretty small.
To me, you're still little.
Did you find any clues?
If I did, I would have told you already.
Would you? I don't know about that. Anything you want to ask Ota?
I'll leave this to you, Date.
Of course you don't want to help. Why would you want to help? About the walk.
Oh yeah. You hit me over the head with that walk, didn't you?
Oh, that was...
That was my hand slipped.
I thought I needed to protect Tessa, so...
Isn't there something you want to say to me?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But you're not gonna get a second chance.
I won't do it again. I swear on Ganesha.
You should swear to a god that's a little closer, kid.
Did you hear about Iris?
Her surgery was successful, right?
Yeah, thanks to you. If you weren't there, Iris would have been in real trouble.
I'm Tessa's biggest fan. Any fan would have done what I did. It's nothing special. It's as normal as garlic and ramen.
Is that normal?
I think that depends on preference.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm a little bit scared of my new power.
Alright, he's just gonna get an ego now. That's not good.
When I locked eyes with that polar bear, I saw him start shaking.
Uh-huh.
He saw how strong I was and got scared, no doubt.
Is that when he stabbed
Ota's
you?
body temperature is rising.
Yeah, liar.
He's embellishing his story quite a bit.
I think we can let that go today.
Yeah, you're right.
Who stabbed you?
Were you watching the stream?
A polar bear, duh.
A big polar bear.
But who was in the
Yes,
suit?
I'm talking about who was inside. Did you see them?
No. Whoever it was probably wearing that costume to hide their identity.
About that thing on Nile. Are you gonna tell me now?
That's... Sorry. I promised that I wouldn't tell anyone.
Then I'll tell Iris about your fake accounts. You know what happens after that, right?
I'm not sure he'd care as much right
Everything
now.
you built up here is gonna come crashing down.
But I can't tell you.
Why not? Calm down and think about it.
Whatever it is must be serious.
The criminal who attacked Iris is still out there. Iris might have seen the criminal's face. Whoever did this might come back to kill her.
No.
If you want to protect her, the fastest way is for us to catch this guy. But to do that, I need information.
Okay.
Oh? About that thing.
Remember when I told you about my day Saturday? I kind of lied a little.
Okay.
What did you lie about?
When I got to Sunfish Pocket, I saw a sign that said the place was all rented out.
I kind of thought maybe he'd, like, lied a bit about that.
That part is true. But after that, I said I went home, but I didn't.
I'm gonna assume he followed, like, Iris and... what's his face? Renju?
I was hanging out in Akihabara for a few hours.
Oh.
Is that when you bought your new phone?
Yeah,
Why did you hide that?
because something happened after.
What?
This must have been about 8:50. I was going to cross the intersection in Akiba, and I saw Mr. Okiura's car at the light.
Okay.
But when I got close, I saw Tessa driving it.
This would be, Renju died at 8, right? And then, no. There was something about 8:55, I think, was the elevator record? Right? I'm getting the time. It's hard to keep things straight.
Iris was driving it?
Whoa, you surprised me.
I'm more surprised than you are. Is something wrong?
What do you mean? Hey, Tessa, do you have a license?
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
Why are you a cop?
Not have one.
You don't have a license?
Oh, so is that thing just gonna be her driving without a license?
Shh. Mr. Okiura asked me to run an errand. I had to borrow his car.
Yeah, the errand, I assume, is bringing him back to Sunfish Pocket.
Please don't tell anyone.
Okay.
You promise?
This is so weird, because, like, there's a lot of stuff that connects Iris to killing Renju. But I'm just like, I don't think she's the one doing all the killing. And it showed Boss doing the killing for So it points more to her. So I'm like, what? How is this? I'm confused. And also, Renju is kind of connected to Shoko's murder. So it's like, are people being blackmailed into killing people or something? Is that what's happening here? I'm not sure.
Anything for you. After that, the light turned green and she drove off.
Was Iris the only one in the car?
Yeah, it was just her.
Was there an oil drum?
That's what I meant by that thing. An idle driving without a license is a huge deal. So I kept quiet.
Was there an oil drum?
Saturday at 6:15 p.m., Ota saw Iris and Renju together.
Okay, thank you. Please give me the
They
timeline.
were leaving the Sunfish Pocket building. 2.5 hours later, Ota witnessed Iris driving Renju's car.
But when was Renju deaded? When did he die? I think it was 8.
What are your thoughts?
This is sounding really bad for Iris.
But consider the current circumstances.
Yeah, it doesn't...
Iris had her left eye taken out by a criminal who is possibly the new Cyclops killer. And if Ota had not reached her in time, she would have been killed.
Yes, and we know that is true.
What is going on here?
Yeah, something's weird. Something's up. I don't know what's happening. What happened after you left the Matsushita diner?
You mean after hitting you with the walk?
Yes, after you hit me over the head.
Yes.
I took Tessa in the van and we ran away. I drove for a while, then we decided to take a breather. I parked the car at Famisto on Koshu. I told Tessa I was gonna go in and buy something to drink.
What was the plan, though? Like, where were you guys gonna go? What were you gonna do?
I got out of the car, and I went inside.
Because that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you hit a cop over the head and run away? Like, you just gonna go into hiding? Iris is an idol. Does she have, like, a job to do? She can't do that job if you're in hiding.
But then, I heard Tessa screaming. Ota, help! I ran out of the store as fast as I could. But the car was driving away! I looked around, and I saw there was a car with its engine still on, and...
There was no other prints in the car. I mean, obviously, gloves still exist. Look, Boss is wearing them. I'm just wondering if Iris could have driven the vehicle away herself, but then what would have happened? Like, what happened then?
The station wagon, right?
Yeah. Before I even realized what I was doing, I was behind the steering wheel. I didn't mean to steal it. I just needed to borrow it.
The time was 10:33 p.m.
Okay.
Now we know why Ota stole the station wagon.
After stealing the station wagon,
I took the car, then drove out onto Koshu, but
were you able to
I
follow
couldn't
them?
find the van anywhere.
Okay.
I searched for what felt like hours.
You didn't contact the police?
I thought, after I hit you.
You shouldn't have worried about that.
But that's all that I was thinking at the time. I thought that if I called the cops, they'd arrest me.
I mean, they they probably would have. You just stole a car.
I wasn't thinking clearly. I was panicking. And that's why I didn't realize it right away.
Realize what?
My phone. I left my new phone in the car.
Why's that so important?
Because
I mean, how can you call a cop?
the phone had GPS on it.
Oh, okay. That was gonna be my other question. Like, how did you know where they were going to get there, like, quickly enough that you were able to save her? Because the stream started at, like... By the time the stream started, he wouldn't have been able to, like, make it there. Is what
If
I
I
mean.
looked it up, I would find the location of the van.
Smart.
So I drove as fast as I could to an internet cafe and looked it up. That's when I found out my new phone was at a warehouse near the water. You know the rest.
After running into the warehouse...
Did you see me turn off the saw?
Yeah, but everything after that was off screen. What happened?
I
The bear
honestly don't
stabbed
remember
me.
much. My mind went blank. I remember rushing the bear, and I think I was fighting him for a while. And we got tangled up, and then before I knew it, he got me in the stomach with a knife.
How is the bear holding a knife? Where did he pull the knife from? Because he wasn't holding it when he pulled down the, like, lever for the saw. Where did the knife come from? Identity of the polar bear.
Just to make absolutely certain, you didn't see who was in the suit?
No, I didn't.
Did they seem like a big person that would fill out that suit? Were they, like... Did they feel smaller? I don't know.
Voice? Body type?
Yeah.
Nothing. Sorry.
Anything at all you can remember?
No grunts? As you were, like... I almost said hustling. Tussling.
I'm sorry, I told you everything. I can't think of anything else.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That was a hesitant yes.
Date, look.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
After all this, what is he trying to hide?
What are you hiding? Tell me. I took your temperature. I know you're lying. How about that chocolate? Oh, I took the chocolate out and showed
Does
it
this
out.
jog your memory?
I don't know why I didn't read that.
Oh, that.
It's familiar.
What? Do you know something about it?
Was he being quiet because he saw his mom?
You don't have to show me the thermograph.
Yeah.
It's written all over his face.
Absolutely. Date, Ota is acting strange. I advise caution.
What do you mean?
What? What are you doing? Why you have a knife? Where'd you even get that knife from? Where did you get that?
I don't believe it.
He's holding a knife.
He's still, like, just out of surgery. Where did he go to get that?
Why does he have that?
I'm pretty sure those are incredibly difficult to get in a hospital.
In any case, you know what you have to do now.
I know.
What?
Let me go! Let me go!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Shut up! Just let me go!
What did you just do?
Sleeping gas. Now you've done it. I can't question him like this.
That's probably why she did it.
You can still get information
Oh, shit. Are we gonna sync with
inside
it?
his head.
I don't know if I want to go inside his head, to be honest. But I guess we're going there.
Dante, as you know, the limit is 6 minutes.
Yes,
Please do not go over it.
we are aware.
Won't be a problem. But are you sure this is okay? Ota just came out of surgery.
If anything happens, I'll take responsibility.
Sure you will. Also, responsibility was spelt wrong.
Just get it done.
There's 2 eyes in there.
Good enough for me.
I have to assume that the reason he's being weird and keeping quiet and stuff has to do with his mother in some way. Because he acted weird around the chocolate. What is this? Why are we small?
Can you please take me with you?
Are you a cat in a box?
As long as I have Wi-Fi, I don't need anything else.
Sorry, we can't have pets.
Cold-hearted old man.
What is this
Is this
music?
the cold storage warehouse?
Seems to be.
Is this supposed to be like heroic music?
Not a manga cafe? Or an otaku shop?
I mean, this would be where his mind is. He's like, I was a hero. I just saved my idol.
No, but a warehouse
What are those
is a commonly
sparkles?
used location in live
Actually, is that
action
the
dramas.
secret thingy that you can get?
You know a lot.
Predicting this, I did some research on Ota's taste.
I see. By the way, are you smaller?
Either that, or everything else is bigger. Interesting.
Is this supposed to mirror how Ota feels?
Hey, that's...
Holy bear.
Iris is about to be...
Stop right there! The heavens call. The earth cries out. The crowds roar. All calling on me to strike back against evil.
Oh my god.
Hold on, Tessa. I will save you. Yeah!
Yes, this is exactly how it happened.
I will protect Tessa.
Is this from the stream we saw earlier?
This is Ota's memory of it. It appears to be a bit exaggerated.
Alright, let's help reproduce the memory.
Okay.
Somnium scan. Activate.
Was she still shivering in the box? Oh, I guess it's the cold storage, right? Mental lock. Number 2. Number 3. The heckin' bear. 4. Okay. What does that say? Sinking in the swain? What? Relive Ota's memories. Reproduce the fiery battle between Ota and the polar bear. Save Iris. Save the world.
Curse you, polar bear! I will vanquish you! But if I rush in, I'll slip on the ice and fall! Like this.
What is happening?
Ah! Ah!
That is not how you slip and fall on ice. That was tripping.
Damn it! If I go in like that, I'll have nothing to show for it! All of it amounts to nothing.
I was like, okay.
I don't know what that was exactly, but the knowledge you gained might be useful.
Wait, what was it?
I did not want to use my local storage space for this.
Don't slip on the ice. Is that what we learned? Charge forward. Secure the route? What does that mean? Okay, we got icy floor. Forklift. Frozen forklift. Ice cutting machine. Iris. Heated insulation door. Maybe we go to the ice because he was just talking about that. Are we gonna slip and slide? No.
The ice on the floor is slick.
What sounds right here? Lie down. Punch. I mean, that is a very heroic thing to do. Punch the ice away. You could also slide across it. Both of those sound correct to me, but they're both very long. I think slide makes more logical sense.
Leave it to me.
Yuri Katsuki?
Heroes!
Okay, and somehow that gets
Good
rid of the ice.
exhibition. That'll score high.
It would have been perfect if I had a tight black bodysuit.
Maybe you can do a Javier Fernandez routine next.
Those who don't fight won't survive!
Was the bear getting something from a box? What was happening there? Oh no, is there gonna be another split thing here? I thought it was just gonna be a singular path that we were going through.
Damn! He's too strong! It sucks, but this is war after all!
This is a war as I'm wrestling with a polar bear.
Tessa! May the glory of victory be yours!
It's over.
I suppose we have no choice but to find the glory of victory.
The glory of victory. Okay, what does it say here? Shining light, escort him to the green shelf. Escort him to the red shelf. How do I know what's the one that I want to do, though? How do I know? Why is there a bunch of plates? What do the plates do? Escort him to the shelf. Which... Okay, there's the red shelf. Hey, there's that thing that I saw that was like on top of a shelf. But it's not like interactable. What do these plates do? Also, I see sparkles there. But there's no eyeball.
A plate attached to the shelf. The cold has frosted over it.
Breathe on? Oh my god. These all take up so much. B.
B.
I would be happier about D.
I'm sure.
Why would you be happier about it?
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
What did that do for me? I don't know what that did for me. Should I breathe on all the different plates? I'll try it. I feel like this is one that I could easily, like,
A plate attached to the shelf.
fail, I
The
guess.
cold has frosted over it.
But I am getting a lot of, like, these things, which bring it down quite a bit. Breathe on again.
But then, something strange happened.
What's happening?
What? What?
Oh, that's bright.
What is this?
Oh, the A for A set? Oh, they had it like in the neck of the costume?
Tessa!
What?
If this was another, I would have died already.
What?
Next time, he will get me. That's just destiny.
Oh, I guess we brought him to the green shelf instead of the red shelf. I assume that that's what this is. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad. I don't know if it makes a difference. Who knows? Sean, the letter A on the shelf.
No! I will fight destiny!
So he says.
If I knew what I was doing, I probably would have chosen the green one anyway, so.
I'm the one who has to help him.
We have to make Hero of Justice Ota fight back and look cool doing it.
Yeah, he looked super cool there. Bonking his head. Counterattack ignited. Move the wooden box. Okay. On my way. Move your feet. I feel so weird being like so
wooden
small.
Box.
Wait, what did it say? Move the wooden box.
Wooden box.
So we want to push it.
Push
Where
it over
to?
to Ota.
I don't know. Oh, can we not?
It
Do we need to
doesn't
use the
move.
forklift?
What's in it?
A small wooden box?
Okay, I'm gonna assume it's the... we need
You
to use
have
the
3
forklift.
minutes, Tate.
I should have guessed that from the beginning.
A forklift.
Push? Pray. What does that even say? Sortie? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Push it. I don't know.
Here we go.
Maybe we can't move the wooden box, but we can move this. No?
No good.
Guess there's nothing we can do.
Cars are meant to be driven, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but there was... was any of that, those options... why did it move me back here? Rude.
A forklift.
Does sortie mean drive? Maybe we're praying. Maybe we're praying for A-Set to drive this forklift over to us. I'll try it. I want to see what happens when you pray anyway.
Please move.
Is it gonna work?
I guess you're not to Ota's.
Oh.
Not even accepted by Ota. This is the worst.
I thought it was working because the floor like changed
A
colors.
forklift.
I guess we're sortieing it? What does that mean?
What? Sortie?
This is Ota's world, right? Your role in this dream is to assist Ota in his fight against the polar bear.
What does that word mean?
Lousy Ota. Thanks to him, my image as a cool intellectual has been destroyed.
I have no idea what's happening.
All systems green. Synchronization rate 6%.
Is that an actual word? I'm gonna have to look it up.
Now, cargo handling car. Forklift. Sortie.
Is this like a reference to another game or like a comic or something that you're just supposed to know what it means? Because I don't.
Hey, forklift! Fork over that weapon now!
Alright.
I can't stand. I'm weak.
Did he really help Iris like that?
Why?
We have no choice but to have Ota do it. We need him to stand up.
I mean, I guess you'd be weak after bonking your head on, like, that iron shelf. Now what are we doing?
You have less than 2 minutes.
Brave hero, disarm the foe. Disarm the foe. Disarm the foe. Hello, polar bear. Can I disarm you? I'm confused. I don't mean to be looking up your skirt, Aiba. I'm trying to look up at the polar bear. Do they not have something that I can click on? Where are we right now? Oh, I guess they don't. I thought... Maybe the oil drum? Push it over and they slip on it? Or we use Ota. I thought the knife was like clickable. Hello, Ota.
Ota is still down.
What does that timer do? Oh, it just doesn't tell you how much time it takes? Motivate, encourage, cheer, or calm? Motivate? I don't know.
Don't be scared. Stand up. Don't beg for it. Earn it. Do it and you'll be rewarded.
The ghost inside me whispered. That's right.
Ghost
I can't be
inside
scared
me.
now. I have to. Now,
Oops,
count
sorry.
up your sins.
Ghost inside of me whispered. Oh, the knife is the floral knife.
Why?
Is it his mom and the polar bear? That's even more confusing. Now I'm just thinking. Did Iris, like, actually do something to her? But what? She wouldn't stab her son, though. Like, I'm confused. I'm confused. That's my thoughts right now.
Sorry that I had to get rough with you, kid.
Seriously, dude? Come on.
So sorry, Ota. Date told me to be the bad cop.
I did not.
Temper, temper.
Whatever. Anyway, Ota, I have some things I want to ask you.
Why was your mom's knife? Why would the polar bear holding the mom's knife?
I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Let me get right down to it. Your mother, Mayumi Matsushita, was at the warehouse, wasn't she?
Okay. Like, the only other thing I can think of is that the person who was actually in the polar bear suit got the knife from me? I don't...
What are you talking about?
This is all confusing.
Was she there?
Why would she be?
Her knife was. Her chocolate was.
That happened at 3 a.m. She was at home asleep.
Then why did we find evidence at the crime scene?
Evidence?
Sure, it might not prove she was there, but it makes it likely. The evidence is...
the chocolate. Oh yeah, we're doing this. This is like my favorite part of this game, is doing this. It's like a Danganronpa trial, but the trial is just that one mini game where it's like, it shows you all your evidence that you've collected, all your truth bullets, and you just have to select one. The chocolate. I'll look at it just because I want to like hear what it says.
Todoroki man chocolate. This was discovered in the corner of the warehouse. Mayumi Matsushita's fingerprints were found on the package. Mayumi purchased the chocolate yesterday at 10:33 p.m. The purchase was made at an 812 convenience store. The store was located approximately 100 yards from the Famisto where Ota stole the station wagon.
Okay, I will show that. I took it out of my pocket and showed him.
The Todoroki man chocolate.
the same one I showed you at the hospital. I found it in the corner of the cold storage warehouse.
So? That doesn't prove anything.
She bought it.
Mayumi's fingerprints were on the package.
What?
You have a bad poker face, Ota. Your reaction tells me Mayumi didn't give this to you and you dropped it on your own.
Also, the shading on his eyes makes it look like they're cones inwards inside his face, and it really throws me off looking at it like that.
That information is confirmed. Ota's fingerprints were not found on the package.
Okay.
Mom isn't the killer!
I didn't say that she was. I'm saying that she was at the scene. and so are you.
Wait a minute.
He was? He was there?
Why do you think Mayumi isn't the killer, Ota?
She's my mom, and she has dementia.
Because I was face to face with that polar bear when we fought. I could tell it wasn't my mom, even through the costume.
Also, your mom is shorter. I don't know if she would fit in that polar bear costume. But this is like anime game, so I don't know.
And no matter what happened, there's no way that my mom would stab me.
That was my thought too. Unless somebody did something to her.
Why are you covering for her?
Covering?
That's why you're lying to me, right?
I'm not.
Are you sure about that? You must have seen direct evidence of Mayumi being at the warehouse, but you're hiding that from us. Or maybe even you're starting to suspect her.
I am not.
Sure.
What are you accusing me of anyway? What do you think I'm hiding?
What is Ota hiding? This? I assume. Like, what would the other things be? I'm gonna assume it's this.
The polar bear dropped the weapon in Ota's Somnium. It was the floral pattern kitchen knife. On the handle were the words, "Mom, I love you always. Date." From this, we can conclude that the knife...
I know.
Okay, I'll show that. It's probably it.
The kitchen knife with a floral pattern. "Mom, I love you always" is carved on the handle.
Ota gave me that knife for Mother's Day when he was in elementary school.
Is this gonna be something where like everyone's the killer? I don't know. I just, my mind is going everywhere now.
He knows how much I love flowery designs.
You were stabbed by that very same knife.
He knows how much I love flowery designs and polar bears.
How do you know that? The criminal ran away with the knife. No one was supposed to see it.
I knew it.
No, my mom didn't do it.
Then why did you not mention the kitchen knife earlier?
Because I know how it looks. I thought Mom would get accused, and then she would have been brought in here and interrogated. I didn't want to put her through that. And? Mom never liked Tessa.
Yeah, I knew that.
So maybe, just maybe, Mom hired someone to kill Tessa.
Maybe, just maybe.
And she gave them that kitchen knife. I don't know.
I'd be more willing to believe that than her doing that herself. Like, I don't know how much she would be, like, in the right mind to pull all that stuff off. Like, she's someone who doesn't even think cell phones are worth it. How would she know how to stream?
I thought of it that way. Like that would ever happen.
I don't know. I mentioned maybe she has connections to, like, the mob or whatever for, like, the loans that she got or something, but...
I know it sounds crazy, but after I saw that knife, I just lost it. Please, you have to believe me. Mom isn't a serial killer.
Yeah, I agree.
You do?
I mean, I do. I want to believe that.
I do. I don't think it's possible for Mayumi to have kidnapped Iris. Because
of the cars. There was only 2 cars. And fingerprints weren't in it, so it's probably gonna be this.
2 cars were parked in front of the warehouse. One was the van owned by the Matsushita family. Ota's fingerprints were detected on the driver's seat and steering wheel. Iris's fingerprints were detected on the passenger seat. The other car was a station wagon. Yesterday at 10:33 p.m., Ota stole this station wagon. It was parked at the Famisto along Koshu Highway. Ota explained his reasoning for stealing the car.
Yeah.
He claims that while he was inside the Famisto, someone took off with the van with Iris still inside. Ota decided to steal the station wagon parked nearby to give pursuit. Ota searched for the van in his stolen vehicle. Our investigation determined that Iris
so
and the
long.
van were taken 1 minute before Ota stole the station wagon. This puts the incident occurring at 10:32 p.m.
And the chocolate was bought at 10:33? Does it say, actually? Hold on, I forget. Maybe bought the chocolate. Yes. Okay. So the chocolate was bought at 10:33, but the, like, stuff happened at 10:32. So maybe I need to show these two pieces? Try it? Oh my gosh.
The Matsushida's van was stolen from the parking lot of the Famista while Iris was in the car.
Why did I get what? Why did I get an achievement that said implicate Ota?
That was yesterday, 10:32 p.m. 1 minute later at the 812, which was about 100 yards away, Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate. She entered the 812 about a minute earlier. This was all caught on security cameras at the store. That means it's impossible that Mayumi could have taken the van.
Yeah.
And that means that Mayumi being the polar bear is also next to impossible.
Phew.
However, I can't completely clear her.
What?
You said it yourself. She could have hired someone to commit the crime.
But that was...
In any case, I need to hear from Mayumi herself. I need to hear her explain the chocolate, the knife. There's a lot to cover.
That'll be difficult to speak with her. Are we gonna sync with her?
I'm gonna head to Matsushita Diner.
What? Hey, wait a minute!
But wait, we still have more, like, evidence stuff.
Don't worry. I'm not going there to arrest her. I'm going there to clear her of suspicion.
Really?
Yes.
You won't arrest her?
Your mother wouldn't kill anyone. Right, Ota?
Thank you, Date.
Okay, I guess we're not using any of the other evidence. I wasn't sure how we would use the streaming stuff as evidence. Hello, how's this gonna go?
Sorry for the late night, Miss Matsushita, but I have some questions I need to ask you. Could you spare some time?
Why are you sad?
I finally remembered about the warehouse.
Oh, convenient.
I did it.
Okay.
I did everything.
How? What is going on? How, though? If she did actually do this, they better explain how she knew how to use that streaming equipment when she doesn't even, like, using phones, cell phones. She was like, what's the point in having a cell phone when you got a phone at home?
I didn't do this last night because I wanted to give you a chance to calm down. How are you, now that you've slept on it?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I wanted to give you a chance to forget about what you said.
I'll be honest. I don't think you're the killer. You're giving us a false confession.
No, it's true. I kidnapped that witch. I took her to the warehouse and...
But we already proved that you couldn't have been the one to
table
take
and
her.
pulled her eyeball out.
Yes.
And the polar bear costume?
I bought it through mail order.
I mean, we'd be able to confirm that pretty easily, wouldn't we?
And you were the one wearing it?
Yes, that's right.
But you're short. Explain that.
Date, the criminal has confessed. Arrest her immediately.
No.
You got to the top of ABIS acting like that?
I heard that she used to be an actress.
Sounds about right.
Okay. Yeah, why did you want to stream it online? More accurately, how did you know how to stream? No. Hold on, why did you kidnap Iris? Let's start with that.
My son is under that witch's spell. Merchandise, concerts. She's bleeding him dry.
What did she do to you?
I wanted to snap him out of it. I wanted to save him.
Did she touch your face? Like, did she gently caress your cheek? Was she gonna choke you? Like, I don't know what happened outside of my vision. Why'd you take out her eye?
Because I just hated her so much.
So I specifically took out her left eye because I saw something similar to it in the news.
Killing her wasn't enough.
Why'd you stream it? Do you even know what streaming is?
Because the world needs to see that witch die.
Just a quick question, Mayumi. Do you know anything about online streaming?
Thank you.
I'm not stupid. I might be old, but...
I do not believe
Could
that you know
explain
how
it to
to...
me?
Yeah.
Huh?
How do you go about streaming?
Step by step. Just tell me what you did.
Thanks.
I can't explain it in words.
Well, show me. I'll bring in the equipment and you can set it up.
It's more like muscle memory.
Muscle memory?
I was able to get it working after trying a few times, that's all.
That's not how... How do you get muscle memory for streaming? Unless you've been streaming a lot. Where'd you get the camera and the laptop?
I picked them out of the garbage.
That's false.
Which garbage?
I don't remember. It's true, I planned the whole thing.
I planned the whole thing, but I picked these out of the garbage. My girl, did you stab your son?
Well...
You were in the polar bear costume, right? That means you stabbed him.
Yes! I stabbed him.
Why are you covering, though? Now I'm like, why is she covering? The only person that I can think that she'd cover for is Ota, but like that doesn't add up to me based on like what I know that happened in this and also what I know that would have happened had we chosen a different route and Ota dies.
With the knife I brought from home. I wasn't trying to hurt him. He fought me, and then it just...
I wasn't trying to hurt him, just stab him, you know, a little bit. Just a little bit. The Cyclops killings.
What do you know about the Cyclops killer? We call the criminal we're after the new Cyclops killer.
I know. They killed Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura.
That's right. Both corpses were found with their left eye pulled out. Same as Iris. This leads us to believe that the crimes were all committed by the same person.
Uh-huh.
So this person in the polar bear costume, they are the new Cyclops killer. And you're telling me that person is you? You killed Shoko and Renju?
Yes, I killed them.
No, you didn't. I don't even think you would have known who they were. Unless you really are with, like, the gangsters and stuff. What was your motive?
Isn't Renju Okiura the president of that awful company where the witch works?
See, that one makes sense. What about Shoko?
He's just as responsible. Using her to steal time and money from vulnerable kids. And I'm sure he was debaucherous and degenerate. That man is the root of all evil. That's why I killed him.
And why Shoko?
Renju's ex-wife, right? I did it to get to him.
Yes, but why would you know that? Because it's not been... it was never... I don't think that was something that was well known.
But the two divorced 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. The bonds of matrimony are eternal.
Then why not go after Mizuki?
In your opinion, I don't think Renju felt the same way.
You are really starting to aggravate me. I answered your questions, so there.
Why you lie? I'm not gonna do that. When and how did you kill her?
Well, I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Do you really think that lie is gonna work?
I have a a memory disorder.
I mean, she does.
I don't
So do
always
we.
remember everything. It's not my fault.
We can bond.
But you remember the cold storage warehouse.
There are times I remember and times I don't remember. It changes.
Date, Mayumi is not lying about that in particular. There are circumstances that might cause selective memory.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, her memory might not have been stored properly in her mind. This is not uncharacteristic for those suffering from dementia.
Why are you lying?
I am not lying.
You do know that perjury is a crime, right?
I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I killed Shoko and Rinju, and I tried to cut that demon witch in half.
Date, there's no point in letting this go on. She's clearly lying.
You seemed convinced earlier.
I was kidding. I don't think she's the killer.
We're gonna sync with her?
I am the killer. I am.
Is it gonna be a double sync? Like back to back?
Right now, we have to rely on hard evidence. The Odoroki Man chocolate that Mayumi bought was found at the warehouse.
If Mayumi was at the scene before Ota...
She may have seen the criminal's face.
You know what I'm going to say, right? Date, sync with her.
Yep, I knew it. This one should be interesting. Also, it's interesting that they have like almost this back to back. So many syncs.
Pewter, we're going to sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
It needs 24... Wait, no, it's probably been 24 hours. It needs time to charge.
What happened?
The sync machine isn't operating to capacity.
Why?
Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
What does that even mean?
Compatible?
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
How long will it take to fix?
You're saying that we were more compatible with a young idol girl and someone who was arrested for being a serial killer than Ota. Who else did we sync with? Are those the... Oh, Mizuki, but that one makes sense. That we'd be more compatible.
16 hours, at least.
You've got 8.
But that's impossible.
So we can't sync yet, huh?
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Then we wait. Let's have a sleepover.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner. We may be able to find some clues.
Okay.
Good idea.
Also, I don't like that she put that much pressure on Pewter. Don't do that to people. When they say it's going to take a certain amount of time, believe them. It's going to take that amount of time. I let Boss and Pewter know.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs.
Why did they just have it saying, like, I let them know, instead of Date just being like, I'm headed to Matsushita Diner to look for clues?
I'll be back in 6 hours.
But you said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
I'd be like, screw you guys, now it's gonna take 17 hours.
Hey, this is a hostile work environment.
Yeah, it is. Don't be mean to Pewter. He's the only person who's been, like, nice to us. I mean, not the only
Why would
person,
Mayumi
but
lie?
he gave us information when no one else was wanting to give us information.
She is probably protecting someone.
Why are we getting closer? You're, like, zoomed in this time.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Yeah. Who is Mayumi covering for? What's happening? I mean, it would be Ota. That's the answer.
It's Ota.
It has to be.
But But I know I like explained away that how it could be him, but I don't. That sounds stupid.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris. Mayumi saw the whole thing.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit. Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
Before I explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
I don't think that makes sense.
Impossible.
Why?
Why can't Ota be the culprit? I mean, he didn't know who Shoko was. Yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear. He also looked shocked to see the polar bear holding his mother's knife. The van stolen, he could have, like, made that up. I mean, actually, no, he couldn't have, because he drove it. All of these are answers. All of these are correct answers, right? Dude, the van, I think, is the most, like, solid one.
The van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat.
I mean, not the van being stolen, but the fact that there was another car stolen that Ota definitely drove.
We know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat.
How did it...
She could have been driving.
Yeah, okay. So what? They put this together so they both planned it?
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
Okay. I mean, actually, yeah. I wasn't thinking about that part. She could have done that. And then Ota chased her down.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
Gloves.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
Okay, then I'll go with this one, because it's in his mind, and he was actually
Yesterday's
shocked.
Somnium. Ota and the polar bear.
That was just a dream. It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
But it still showed him, like... Fine, Iris had her eye taken out. I don't think that...
Iris had her left eye pulled out.
If this is the most solid piece where they're like, oh yeah, definitely couldn't have been him. That's, like, not...
Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
No, because why?
Or even asked Ota to do it. Perhaps she ordered him to.
Yeah, I don't get that.
In short, Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
For them to both die? I mean, Iris being involved in, like, this being set up somehow, it does make sense with the streaming stuff. Because who would think to stream it? But her.
A performance?
Iris drove the Matsushita's van. Ota drove the station wagon. They went to the warehouse separately. Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it.
Wait, did you find... Okay, they're just saying this, but it was never mentioned at all that she was anesthetized or whatever, however you pronounce that word. There's nothing found in her system, or at least it was never mentioned. And it should have been if that was the case.
Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it.
Unless it wore off before they were able to, like, check. I don't know how that works.
After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw.
I don't know that Ota would be able to forcibly extract her eye and be okay with that. Like, I know Ota's messed up, but I don't think he's that kind of messed up. Because that would be a lot of pain.
Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
Yeah, I noted that.
True. That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume, and then...
Stay away from Tessa!
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event. It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So she lied to protect Ota.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
Why?
Consider the possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
I don't know why she would kill Shoko. Renju, I could maybe see, because that's like her boss. I don't know the kind of relationship that they had.
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself.
Except we know that that can't be true because of what happened in the other timeline thing. They, like, died. They died. So it wouldn't be getting them off the suspect, or her off the suspect list. She's dead.
It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory.
Yes.
It is one of many possibilities.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Yeah, something doesn't quite add up there.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer. Shoko and Renju were both exposed and displayed. And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive.
Uh-huh.
Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
And I mean, Iris was very interested in, like, examining the crime scene and stuff, and she's very much into the occult and things like that, so... yeah, I don't know.
We can't rule anything out.
Alright, the Matsushita Diner. Someone gonna be in here? What's happening?
Ota.
Oh.
Why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her!
Oh my god, he is very short.
Why?
This place is so chill. Dude, I'm sorry. I guess next time we'll talk to Ota and then probably sync with Mayumi unless something weird happens. We don't know. This game just throws everything at you, so we will find out what happens next time. That was, a lot. I feel like I say that at the end of, like, each episode, but it was always a lot. So, until next time, everybody, take care, and goodbye.